And now I have pressed the right button.
As opposed to the left button.
The correct button. As opposed to the politically incorrect button. I don't know. So we were just discussing whether or not we should start the video with her on that side, me on this side. Because I'm pretty sure that's going to unleash all sorts of natural disasters and whatnot. But let's face it, the kids have been misbehaving. I don't know what that's about, but...
Oh, you'll see.
Okay, so we were trying to find a story.
Of a man named Brady?
You beat me to it. She beat me to it. Alright. And
one for Kira.
And then another freaking story popped up. This just happened. July 18th, 2016, 10:08 p.m.
It is now 10:35 p.m.
The Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office confirms that 2 shots were fired, or, excuse me, I'm going to read what it says soon. The Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office confirms that shots were fired during a vehicle pursuit Monday evening. Deputies were not the ones who fired the shots, spokesperson says. You think they're being vague to try not to alarm people?
So apparently the situation began when a deputy stopped a speeding vehicle. The driver initially stopped but then took off again. The deputy gave pursuit until the suspect bailed out of their vehicle. Deputies say the suspect took off into the woods. It was during that time that 8 shots were fired. It's unclear if those shots were fired at deputies or just in the air. It's also unclear if anyone was hurt, but sources say no one was hurt. The suspect was taken into custody. Their identity is unknown at the time of this post, which was 30 minutes ago.
Let me ask you something. Do I look tired? I'm tired. I'm really tired of this bullshit here. It's the fucking Wild West again, really? That's what we want to go back to? I've been saying that this was what's going to happen on this channel for a year and a half now. I've been saying who's been instigating it. I've been saying what we need to do to keep it from happening. Yeah, people have better shit to be interested in. So where's the one that we were looking for, dear? See, we live just north of Baton Rouge.
And I work.
I don't know if you may have heard.
What did you do to this?
But some things have happened in Baton Rouge.
The hell did you do? Whoa. Okay. Magic, people. I don't do it with computers.
Alright.
Alright.
So tell your story first, wasn't it?
My story first? Is that
your
the
story
itinerary?
before Chris's story? We have notes.
Oh, they're my story. Just says my story.
Yeah.
So
say what you told me earlier today when you got home from work.
let's see if I can do this without keeping my composure. So for those of you who've been hiding under a rock and don't know, today is Monday, July 18th. Yesterday, Sunday, July 17th, 2 of our Baton Rouge police officers and 1 of our East Baton Rouge sheriffs were shot and killed. Another officer is in the hospital fighting for his life, and there are 3 others, I believe, or 2 others that were shot as well. This whole thing has gotten ridiculous. This has gotten to the point where, especially for me, it's hitting closer and closer to home. one of the deputies, the East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's deputy that was shot and killed, actually worked alongside my office quite frequently. Was actually there on Thursday laughing and joking and cutting up with us and teasing me because Richard was running the hell out of me. So, found out last night that he was shot and killed, and then found out the story, or rather the details of how it happened, after I got to work, and his partner came into the office and cried for an hour. So, the deputy picked up an extra shift the night prior, and he got off at 8 o'clock in the morning. They were actually, him and his wife were going on vacation today. Supposed to be going on vacation today. And his wife was bringing the minivan to the Be Quick on Airline, which is where her husband was waiting for her to get the oil changed. She, of course, could not get to it because by this point, everything had been blocked off. The deputy that we know, or that I know, saw one of the Baton Rouge City cops shot and laying on the ground, and saw him move and knew that he was still alive, and went to go pull him to safety, and was shot in the chest and the face, and was killed then and there.
Someone will tell me this shit's a false flag. Come say it to my face.
I don't.
Got another friend who's a cop who wants to quit. Guess who wants this? Anybody who's seeing this video for the first time, if you're pretending that America is some great superpower and doesn't have an enemy that can do anything to us, you're delusional, and you need to go back and watch more of my videos. And if it takes a crazy guy to talk some sense into you, so be it.
So, before we show you this news report that came on today at 4, I think, or 6, something like that, a little backstory for those of you who don't really know what's going on. 29-year-old kid from Kansas City, 27-year-old kid from Kansas City, Missouri, came down here with definitely illegal weapons with the intent to murder police officers in our city. He was shot and killed on the scene, but the way that this dude, I mean, he had this shit planned, and we're going to show part of the news conference here, and they're going to show you where this guy was moving around, and how he was getting around, and how he shot these officers. Yeah, he had an M4 with him.
I mean, and let me just say this. This guy doesn't know the real reason why he's done this. I don't know if our local law enforcement knows the real reason why this is happening. There is a divide and conquer strategy being implemented on this country. And actions like these are probes. Okay? And the real people that we need to worry about are the ones that are gathering intelligence when these things happen. And believe me, they're out there.
Zoom in so they can see the story.
Alright, so this is courtesy of
WBRZ, Channel 2, News 2, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. our dear friend Chris Nakamoto.
And the lever that makes it go down.
Yes, that helps sometimes.
Go ahead.
Volume problem. 1 second.
We're experiencing technical differences. First of all, I guess we could have tested that out beforehand.
Do on occasion, especially like this.
A very emotional Governor Edwards as investigators detailed how a killer stalked and killed Baton Rouge police officers and sheriff's deputies.
The community coming together to try and understand, grieve, and eventually heal. And this is a live look at community grieving tonight, right now remembering the lives lost and praying for the city. Good evening, I'm Michael Shingleton.
And I'm Sylvia Weatherspoon. We'll have much more from the prayer service coming up in just a moment. But first, we're learning much more about the methodical attack on law enforcement.
Baton Rouge police officers Montrell Jackson, Matthew Gerald, and Deputy Brad Garfola were killed in an ambush yesterday morning. 3 more were wounded. Mark Armstrong live in the newsroom tonight with details on the weapons and tactics used. Mark?
Michael, today state police are confirming that the identity of the killer, Gavin Long, they believe he had been in Baton Rouge for several days and that he was heavily armed. Here now, state police Mike Edmondson explaining just how Long stalked and ambushed those law enforcement officers yesterday.
When he came back around, these 2 Baton Rouge police officers were right here standing. He shot both of them. One falls right here, this location. Another one moves himself back around here. This one is dead. This one is wounded at this point. He comes back around, a deputy that was with him. He goes back to a dumpster in this area right here and kind of hides behind the dumpster. He waits there and takes cover in that location with his gun drawn. This sheriff's deputy, he leaves his cover with his gun drawn. He goes back to that place. That's what we're trained to do. We're trained to take care of our own. He's going back to help that police officer. Comes back in, and as the deputy's coming in, the shooter comes around this corner right here. At that point, he sees the deputy. He shoots the deputy. Shoots him right there. He sees movement on this guy right here and shoots him. So he's killed those 3. He is going back at this location. He is going back to the deputy shot in the car, which is back over here. At this point, he shoots and wounds a police officer in this location right here. Let me just tell you something. The responding Baton Rouge police SWAT team, from this location right here, as this gunman is coming across right here, that is the fatal shot where he shot the shooter over 100 yards.
And in all, 6 cops shot, 3 of them dead, one of them fighting for they're fighting for his life right now. And as you can imagine, at today's press conference, very emotional. Here now is a clip of Governor Edwards holding back tears as he reads a Facebook post by one of the slain officers, Montrell Jackson, who posted it just a week before his death, speaking about the Alton Sterling shooting. Take a listen.
Please don't let hate infect your heart. This city must and will get better. I'm working in these streets, so any protesters, officers, friends, family, or whoever, if you see me,
does that Black Lives Matter?
Need a hug,
Right?
or want to say a prayer, I got you.
Sorry, it took me a second to notice he was black.
Baton Rouge. We're live here in the newsroom. Mark Armstrong.
That's where I was
with
getting
BRZ.
before all this bullshit came
All right,
down.
Mark, thanks. Tonight, hearts are just simply broken in our community.
Somberness filled the air in subdivisions today where the law enforcement officers lived.
So, yeah. We thought we might share our local news reporting with y'all. Okay, how does the computer work again? So, what's the,
So,
next on the thing.
moving away from what I'm sure is consuming everybody's local news channels, not to mention the national media. Another local tidbit. Now, I'm going to pick on our senator, one of our senators here, because I find that this is just absolutely freaking ridiculous. Now, I have yet to make a video on a particular topic, because it slightly still pisses me off after all this time. This guy here is a piece of work. We have a senator, Troy Brown. Sure y'all have heard about him in the news. He has been arrested for a second time for domestic abuse. This time against his wife. So he was arrested about midnight for biting his wife on the arm. The last time he was arrested, and I'm sure you guys, especially the local Louisianians, are going to remember this, at the Bayou Classic last year, 2015, remember when he punched his side chick in the face? You know, his little side chick of 10 years? Punched her in the face and was drunk, had a few drinks, and claims to have not remembered it because he was in a car accident in 1991 that caused severe head trauma. In 2014, he pulled a woman over for cutting him off in traffic, showed his senator badge, and threatened to have her arrested. Apparently, this one wasn't too publicized because apparently he didn't do anything wrong. Really? Didn't break any laws, but pulling somebody over and threatening to have them arrested because they cut you off in traffic? I'd never get home if I did that. Like, seriously, I'd never get to work. I'd never get home. I'd just be pulling everybody over. But, I mean, what? And this guy is a senator of this state.
Okay.
The fuck?
Let me just put it this way. Now that we know the Cold War never ended, can we stop doing things that give credence to the accusations of our enemies? And can we take a harsh hand for those who just seem to refuse to portray America in a good way, to live up to our standards of honor here? Do we even have a standard of honor anymore? We're supposed to. When did it get lost? When did it get just stolen from us? Because there's always been a big group of people who had it, and we're fighting for it. And the progress that we've made is because of us, not those who divide us. But now, even we, even good people, are forced to look at America as some evil thing. And shame, double shame, on anyone stepping out of line in this time. What could it possibly gain you? So, on a lighter note,
The Republican National Convention has started this week. Dun, dun, dun!
and Stephen Colbert, that's not him. That's not him either.
That's our little Lilyhammer.
Stephen Colbert, basically, yes, he bombed it. He assaulted it, with his Bangkok blasts.
With the missiles.
No, okay, I don't know. This is just random pictures. I don't even know. I just wanted something to be on there. So, Stephen Colbert goes up on the stage, and you can find the video. I'm not going to, just go ahead and pull it up. There's plenty of people have already posted it on YouTube. He goes up there in the Hunger Games blue wig thing. at the RNC thing and announces that the Republican Hungry for Power games have begun, and then promptly got escorted away by security. I'm not about to fall asleep, not me. I am currently raising baby clownfish, so I have an excuse to be half awake, sleep. Yes.
I'm technically still recovering from surgery, and I have gone back to work earlier than my doctor wanted me to. So
yeah, we're pitiful,
yes.
and you know, I don't usually film much during the summertime, but obviously events have left us no choice.
And let me tell y'all something. This hatred that y'all are digging up out of nowhere towards each other is absolutely ridiculous. The whole phrase, united we stand, divided we fall, bears more weight than any of y'all can ever imagine. And I really want you to think about that. Because I know these protests and the stuff that's going on here, it's not just here. It's all over our country, y'all. I mean, look around, turn on your local news. Everywhere. Stop the frickin' hate.
And what you gotta realize is that from Black Lives Matter to the fucking Ku Klux Klan, okay? What both of y'all are being fed comes from the same source. So, everything y'all hate about black people, okay, that's being instigated by the same people who want you to hate those black people. Everything y'all hate about white people, that's being instigated by the same people who want you to hate those white people. Okay? So what does that make y'all? They're bitches. Okay? All of you. Alright? You're being led astray. That's what it means.
I'm not amused. In the least. I don't like driving to work 5 days a week wondering if I'm gonna go home. This has gotta stop.
I try to warn people. I tried. And it just kept on happening. Just as I was saying it would be happening. For those of you who are new to this channel, go back and take a little trip through the past couple of years as I warned people, as things happened. And events will continue to proceed as I see fit until people deserve otherwise. Because somebody's putting us on and he's got us all trumped up. And he damn near had us burn ourselves. And that's exactly how that would have gone. We have one strength. We would have two strengths. We were on our way to having two strengths in this country. We have two possible strengths. Okay, and this guy right here, Dr. Evil, wants to undo them. Okay, our economic engine, okay, our self-propagating economic engine, which is not based on a giant war treasure chest from ancient gold conquests, okay, like many countries have that we don't even know about, okay? But the untapped strength of this country that Dr. Evil there wants to make sure never comes to fruition is the unity. Just how good salt and pepper go together, okay? Because if we can just get over this bullshit, the way we should have when Barack Obama got elected, we missed that chance, okay? And that fucking chance was there. But you know who else was there? Oh, yeah. They were there.
He was there too.
He was there. Just random. But, you know. So, go back with the history that you know and take a step back. Take a step north where it's chilly. And see if you can't see what's really going on. Okay? See if you can't see where Poland was this time around. See if you can't see that France has already happened this time around. Is happening right now. Just a lot more slowly.
Sorry, I was giggling at that table. It always looks like a birth control pack to me. I had one of them that was round, and when you popped it open, that's exactly what it looked like. Butterfly queef!
What? It's not... Don't you like the way that smells?
Scavenger hunt. Find the video with the butterfly queef.
Okay, I think this video's over now.
Wrong me, wrong me, wrong me.
Oh.
Daylily!
How cute is that? Since you can't probably...
That's not
back
cute.
one. Yes, look at that.
She was a baby. I want to go find her so I can show them how big she's got. Oh, look, she's right there.
Don't you just want her to scratch your face off? When I see that, I just say, just claw it off. Just come right here, just claw it off. Let me feel the fuzzy belly on my face while you rip it off.
Billy, 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 Billy. She doesn't like me doing that anymore.
So you're doing it to the TV?
Yes.
Fair enough. All right.
I am the mama. I will get my belly scritchings one way or another.
So yeah, we haven't been getting much sleep for a lot of reasons. On top of what's going on. Right south of here. Yep, that's all I want to put on this one.
If you happen to be in or around the Baton Rouge area, I do know that Ochsner is going to be putting on a blood drive at some point this week. I know Ochsner and Plaquemine is doing a blood drive, and they also have a station where if you bring your kids with you, they can make a card for an officer. So if you happen to be in the Plaquemine area, or if you would like to keep your ears open, and if I hear about it by the time we make another video and it hasn't passed, I will inform y'all of dates and times.
And if you see your neighborhood police officer driving to work, why don't you just stand there and salute him? He deserves it. Thanks, everyone. Like and subscribe.
Night.
Peace.